on my shirt.
Here we go.
Like she didn't know her older.
Now. Hey y'all, this is Down South Diva 2012 coming at you. I want to wish all of y'all a happy Thanksgiving. Since it's holiday time, I thought it would be an excellent time to start my relationship series. Today I am sitting with some family members and we are having a candid discussion about relationships. So y'all just take a peek and see what we're talking about. Now, I have my husband here, Zelly, my brother, Uncle Garrick. I did say brother, Uncle Garrick, and my sister. Now, I want to ask the fellas, what y'all think about internet dating?
Well, as far as me, I kind of internet dating. I guess for me it wouldn't be good for me because I'm not a big talker. But
and you married?
And I'm married.
Okay.
I'm just talking
All right.
wasn't
if you married, you don't need to be on the internet dating site, mind you.
But if I wasn't, I don't think I would be good because I'm not a big talker, and it seems like internet day you have to do more talking than, you know.
Well, actually you're typing, so.
Yeah, that's still a conversation.
Well, you see, this is the reason why it is good, because you don't have to do much. You don't have to do much talking, and you don't have to engage the person right on. You see, offline dating, you go and meet somebody wherever, Walmart or in the store or in the mall or in a restaurant, and you have to. First thing you got to do is go up to them and talk to them. So internet dating is perfect for someone that don't like to talk because, you know, send them a nice message and you let them know that you're interested in it and you take it from there.
Yeah, but if you don't see them, you don't see the reaction back, and they might not feel the same way about you, and if they don't, you just get on. So I got to see if you feeling the same thing.
Well, if they gonna answer your typing, if they answer, then you know they didn't answer the typing, and then
they might just be doing it, you know.
Well, how do you know when you meet somebody out that they're just taking your number just to take it?
Yeah,
because they want to be nice to you.
But you would know that. You like, oh, she wouldn't, you know. Oh yeah, she was. You know, you can just feel the way they look at you, like, you see how she looking at me.
Well, you see, nowadays, from what I experience, and not personally.
You do a lot of internet dating?
I mean, you know.
What sites can we catch you on?
You know, I date, you know, and I'm single, I date, so I do, you know, I do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as offline dating, what I was saying was, you know, you can go and engage with a woman, and you guys can have a nice conversation, and you can ask for a number. She can give you the number, but let's say she's not interested at all. Mm-hmm. She'll give you the wrong number. Mm-hmm. This is from what I heard. Like I said, this never happened to me.
Never happened to him.
But she'll give you the wrong number, and the guy will be like, "Oh man, you know, I just met this great girl, you know, and I'm gonna call it a night." You call the number, it's Pizza Hut.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
Well, she might be saying, "Come meet and have some pizza."
Well, no, she didn't want to turn him down, so she just gave him the wrong number. She didn't want to reject him.
I got you. Can I respond?
Sure.
Internet dating is something fairly new to me. I guess maybe the last 3 years I've dabbled in it. It's not something that, you know, I did on my own. It was always at my sister or brother Uncle Garrick's, you know, they kind of coerced me into doing it. But I've had some not so great experiences and some pretty decent experiences. One qualm that I have, why is it called internet dating when all you're doing is actually, you're meeting someone, you're not actually dating that person over the site.
True.
So it's got some pros and it's got some cons, in my experience, maybe more cons than pros. But
that's dating period, would you say?
Absolutely.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Because if it was mostly good and not bad, it wouldn't be necessarily dating, because you would have found the one that you were looking for.
Right. You're right. Right. It's just another option for meeting people and finding out about them and you know, interesting.
But are you really finding about them? I mean, I guess you could say the same thing if you, but you know, if you talk to somebody person to person, you can kind of feel them. Mm-hmm. But you don't know if this person telling you the truth or if that's really, you know, the person you're talking to.
That's true, but I wouldn't know if Leroy and Walmart would tell me the truth either.
I know, but you can kind of look at them and like,
right, but you know,
he's shady.
You know, and that's true. But one thing about them, people might be more prone to share things with you because they don't know you, you know, and they might reveal more about their personality and their character because they don't know you and because you're not face to face.
I think it's, okay, I am married and I never did the internet dating thing because that wasn't available when I was doing my thing. But I think it's a wonderful thing because when do you have the chance to meet people in other cities? You know what I'm saying? Or other states, you know, if that's your thing. You know, or other countries, if that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's real good. I think it's a good tool to use to meet people.
If you're careful and if you have character. Now, if you already hooked up in a situation, you don't need to be on there internet dating anyway. You know, because there are people who are already hooked up, who are already married, who use that medium, you know, as a way to do things that they should not be doing. So you have to be careful, you know, and use it responsibly.
And one of the great things is about internet dating is you can look at someone's profile. You already have some information about the person before you even get a chance to talk to them. You know, and if you're just meeting someone offline, you don't know anything about the person. You know, you may talk to them a couple of minutes and then swap numbers. You just swap numbers with somebody that could be a serial killer or something.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You know?
The fact of the matter is, there are crazy people everywhere. You know, online, offline, in church, on the front row, in the pulpit. Crazy people are everywhere.
Well, let me put
this is grandma. This is mama. She don't want to be on camera, but she gonna put her 2 cents in. Go ahead, mama.
Okay, I agree with Belly. When you don't have that face to face, you miss out on that looking in the eyes, which are the windows to the soul.
That's a good point.
Hey, Mom.
That's what I was trying to say.
Right.
No.
And so when sometimes when you talk about they might be a shifted person, that eye-to-eye contact will let you know what's going on sometimes.
That's true.
You know.
That's true.
So that's Mama's 2 cents.
Okay. Thank you,
But
mama.
I think that's, you do all that once you go on a date. You know, that's, surely you can't do that on the internet dating because you have to, the first meeting, you'll have to go out on a date with them, all right? But I personally think that when you're doing internet dating, the first meeting should be more of a meet and greet. You know, more of a let's have coffee or let's, you know, go walk in the park. Nothing too serious. That way, if the person does seem a little shady, you can just, you know, go on. And at the same time, you guys should meet in separate cars. You know, he shouldn't go pick you up or anything like that. But
Only thing I have to say, I guess, is like when I met Mika, it was more like I didn't know her. I had never seen her before, and we talked on the phone,
But we met through a friend. You gotta say that. Yeah. Okay.
but I had never seen you.
It was a
before.
mutual friend. Yeah.
But I still had never seen you
True,
before.
true. I mean, when you said you had never seen me before, that make it sound like, well, that ain't.
I'm talking about we had talked on the phone,
Okay,
you know, and then when I
alright.
actually seen you, then you know, all that stuff on the phone didn't mean nothing until you actually see a person, see if, you know, I probably came up, knocked on the door, and you be like, you know.
No.
so
I mean, I don't know.
So wait a minute. Let me get this straight.
But I'm talking, we had talked.
She keeps saying my husband looked like he worked at Sears. Whatever that means.
I thought he worked at Sears when he first came up. I was like, Mama, your appliances here?
No, that's offensive.
Nah.
Because you're going to have some
Yeah,
people
you could.
Who really do work at
Can you edit
Sears?
it?
It's all right, Mama.
I didn't work at-
We love Sears and their employees, okay? Anyway, keep it moving.
But okay, so let me get this straight. So you all met through a mutual friend, right? Okay, so then y'all talked on the phone. Okay, then y'all had a date. This seems like very similar to internet
I know,
dating.
that's what I'm saying.
Equals the eHarmony man.
Exactly.
Same thing. Sean introduced us.
But
Thank you, Sean.
but we both was based it on Sean because we knew Sean. Well, I know what kind of person Sean is.
Sean did the questionnaire.
No, he didn't. He just knew.
I know, it's a joke.
So I guess so. I don't know. I never been on eHarmony, so I
I ain't
guess.
never been on
It's
this.
the same. Well,
Yeah,
it's
right.
sort of the same thing. You know, they give you these potential matches. They based on what your personality and what you put in, and they saying, hey, this person may be a match for you. So you can look at these dating sites as one of your friends, and then you're up.
But the difference is both of y'all could have asked Sean about the other one, whereas you can't necessarily do that if you
That's
internet
true.
dating.
That's true. Well, let's go into another subject. This is something that we talk about a lot. People in their radars, especially women. But when I say radar, I mean just like Mama mentioned about the eyes being the window to the soul, if you having a feeling that something is not quite right, you know, and it can be online, or it can be on the phone, or if you met the person in person or whatever, if you're not feeling that they're not quite right. Do y'all know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What you got to say about that? Anything?
I mean, that's the same thing. It's like if you dating somebody and you might like her, but then she might do this one thing, like, oh, you know.
So do you stop dating her because of that one thing?
It's all depending on what it is. It's possible. You know, like, you could say stalking. You know, you ain't gonna, you at your house and all of a sudden 10 o'clock, you know, like, I don't know. You know, you gotta, you know, that's...
I understand what you're saying. I agree.
And she do something like that, what else would she do? You know?
Yeah, you gotta go with that feeling. What about you?
It definitely depends on what it is. I mean, if it's something that you don't agree with, then if you just met the person, then I say what I call put a bookmark on it, you know, and think about it and revisit it later. And later on, if things progress on, you know, a little time in a few weeks or months, that come up again, then you know, hey, this is not going to work out. But those things you do need to pay attention to. You need to pay attention to those bookmarks and those inconspicuous clues, and pay attention to those things that you may not agree with, and revisit them later.
Let me know. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. What you say, sister?
Yeah, I agree with what was been said.
Okay. All right, y'all. What y'all think about this new generation? We love all races, but today we're talking about black people. With so many single black women wanting to get married, but they're unable to find a mate. I work with a lot of them. I have a lot of single friends. What y'all have to say about that? What is that? What is that all about?
I think it's more just kind of society, how they talk about black men all the time. Even my wife will say black men, and I have to correct it because I'm a black man and you ain't talking about me, so why you say black men?
It's not all black men.
But you say black men.
But I know that everybody at this table will have to come to a consensus and agree that it's something going on with the black males. Not all black men. I'm not putting them all in one box. You can't put no group of people in one box. But it is something going on. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with the mentality of why they don't want to marry. I don't understand. They make babies and they don't want to marry. It's not all black men.
But
I don't think it's us all black men. But as Zia was saying, it's a lot of black women do want to group all black men together and say all black men are like this, all black men are like that. But at the same time, you know, a lot of black men are not doing what they're supposed to do. They're not, you know, doing, holding up their part of the deal or being responsible. And I think that's part of the problem right there, you know.
But shout out to the ones who are.
Absolutely, shout out to the ones. Shout out to the brothers that are holding it down. But and they don't get enough credit. They do not get enough credit.
That's true too.
And
so then that's a good point. So maybe if we talk more about the ones who are doing what they're supposed to be doing, maybe that can influence the ones who aren't. It seems like we are pinpointing the problem and glorifying the problem over and over and over and having all these forms of talk and debate about it, when we could be talking about what actually is good.
And it's also not just the black men, it's the black women, just like all these shows we watching on TV now with the housewives and the basketball wives, and they they talking about the guy who who doing them like this, but look what you doing.
I agree.
Like, so
I would say media glorifies some of the wrong stuff. You know, how many black married men are we seeing on these type of shows, or rappers, or singers, or, you know, I know a lot of black male actors are married and they have kids and stuff. But the thing nowadays is you go have a baby with this one, that one, and the other, and you don't want to marry.
My question is, why are these black men even with these women? How is that possible? I mean, if these black guys that are no good, I mean, how are they able to even why are these women even giving them a chance?
That's
the problem right there. See, they give him a chance, and then the woman wants to change this guy that's no good for her into the right man. They can't do it, and then after the relationship,
go ahead, finish
after the relationship, you know, fails, then she wants to say, oh well, we want to blame all, we want to group all black men together.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna have to cut it short, and we're gonna come back with a part 2 because we don't want this one to be too long. Thanks.